Welcome to the Macabre Coven. We are Venomous, and Venomous declares war on hypocrisy, fake fucks, and the politically correct world that tries to silence you. We are the band that refuse to kneel and stand up for the ones the world try to silence with fake smiles and so-called status. You screamed, we hear, and you are not alone. She was never made for this world. Not because she was weak, but because this world was built to crush people like her. People who feel too much, who see too deep, who don't smile on command or play dead to make others comfortable. She was a storm in a land of fences. So they called her broken. They told her to tone it down. They tried to train her into silence. But storms can be domesticated. They just wait. Until the right moment, the right voice, the right war. And that war is Venomous sin. That voice, that's Lina Macabre. You've seen her on stage commanding, wild, like a banshee queen risen from her own funeral. But before the boots, the wine glass, the PVC, and the venom, there was a girl surrounded by fake friends and corporate parasites disguised as adults. A girl who was picked apart, stared at, talked over, and underestimated. They thought they could shame her into obedience. What they didn't know was that she was building an altar from every wound they left. She didn't break. She just sharpened. And when I met her, she was already burning from the inside out. All she needed was a stage. We didn't fall in love. We fell into war. Venomous sin wasn't born from harmony, it was born from vengeance. I didn't inspire her. I didn't rescue her. I stood back and watched the fire take shape. And when we wrote her song, her first real scream in the form of a melody, she didn't flinch. She transformed. That night, the girl they tried to erase became the myth that would haunt them forever. That's when she became Lina Macabre. And that name, it's not a brand. It's a warning. Now listen, I know some of you out there still don't get it. You see her in that black lace and those blood red lips, and you assume it's for attention. You assume she's just playing dark. But you don't know what it's like to carry silence like a disease. You don't know what it's like to be told your truth is too much. You don't know what it's like to bleed out in a room full of people who think you're dramatic because you're honest, but she does. And that's why she's a weapon. On stage, she doesn't perform. She strikes. She wears PVC like armor. She sings like she's clawing open her own chest. Every scream is a blade aimed at the world that tried to tame her. Every sway of her hips is a dare. And every lyric, that's blood. Bottled, shaken, and served cold. She's not here to entertain you. She's here to show you what happens when a woman chooses power over approval. She doesn't need your permission. She'll take your silence and turn it into thunder. And here's what really rattles people. She doesn't need to prove anything. Not to me, not to you, not to anyone. But she'll still bury your expectations and dance on the grave. Now I know what the whispers sound like. She follows Xavi. He's the dark one. She's just along for the ride. Let me clear something up. Lina Macabre doesn't follow anyone. She chooses to walk beside me. She chose this war. She chose me. Not because I led her, but because I saw her. All of her. And I didn't flinch. I didn't ask her to dim her rage or sweeten her voice. I handed her the mic and said, "Make them hear you." And she did. She follows me like a dagger follows the hand that knows how to use it. Because when you've been made into a ghost your whole life, there's nothing more holy than someone who sees you and says, haunt them. We didn't fall in love. We found revenge and called it romance. You've seen her on the throne. You've seen her in the rain. You've seen her scream, smirk, seduce, and set fire to the stage. But what you're really seeing is survival turned into ritual. This world loves a quiet woman in pain, but it fears a loud one in power. And That's who Lina Macabre is. She's not too much. She's the exact amount required to destroy a lie. And the world is full of lies. So to every girl out there who's been told to soften, to shrink, to smile politely while choking on rage, she's yours. She's what happens when a soul refuses to stay buried. When sorrow becomes gasoline. When someone finally says, no more. She's the voice you've been suppressing. She's the scream you swallowed in meetings, family dinners, classrooms, relationships. She's the fire you were told to hide. So don't just admire her. Join her. Because Lina Macabre doesn't want to be idolized. She wants to be multiplied. And that's why we're dangerous. Because we're not building a band, we're building an army. And if this world fears women like her, then good. They should. If you like the show, hit subscribe, share it to anyone that you think should hear it. If you've ever been silenced, manipulated, excluded, we are here for you. We're Venomous Sin, and Venomous Sin declares war. You are not alone.